and knocked off Temple, and since then seem to be on a little bit of a hot streak.
USF and Temple sitting 5th and 6th respectively, but still a few games remaining. Chance for both teams to make a late playoff push. For Temple, they would need, if they could still theoretically make it if they lose this game, but it would be next to impossible.
They would need a lot of help, but there's no such thing as impossible.
Not until, well, there's a third goal for UCF. It took a hop. The save wasn't clean, and the Knights go up 3-0. Gino Vivi, his second goal of the game.
This is why end-line services are the most dangerous in soccer, because you get end-line, you force a defender to have to be facing back towards their net. The deflection, that's so unfortunate, and just the timing of it. That Gino Vivi gets his second goal of the game, and unfortunately for Temple, you give up goal number 3 off of a deflection off of an own player. That hurts. That hurts a little bit.
So the first half a little bit tough for Temple. Second half not going any better, as they now trail 3-0 to UCF. Goals from Luca Dorado with 11 on the season. Gino Vivi now with 4 on the season. And a foul called in midfield. We'll take another look at that goal at the next break. Forward here for Temple. And it will be a corner for the Owls. So here is that goal.
Yeah, you take a look at it. Gino Vivi, who has been electric tonight. The ball just looked like it skimmed off of the chest of Marcus Antoine, and unfortunately, that catches keeper Goodwill Agbadem a little off his footing as he's reading it one way, and it deflects into the back of the Owls net. But again, they answer with a corner kick, which we saw them do it after the first goal they gave up.
As well as the second. In fact, some of the best ball that Temple has played in this game was after they allowed the second goal.
That's a great point. After that second goal, the next few minutes, they generated 2 set pieces. They created a shot. They created that near scoring opportunity that Tyler Levine had to make a big save on. So after they've given up a goal, they've responded really well so far.
So we'll see if they're a little riled up here. Shot taken, not much from it.
Again, you see the same consistency of after each of the goals in that next stretch of a few minutes, they've generated set pieces and shots.
Headed by UCF. Still alive with the Knights. The turn and go. Nice run from De Jesus. One back by Temple.
That was a close one there. Just kind of caught the Temple defenders off balance as they're retreating backwards. It's so hard to defend. You're running backwards. You're trying to stop ball. You're trying to be mindful of the players that are making runs around you, and there's a lot going on at once. And Alex O'Leary able to break that up nicely to at least give them an opportunity to get their shape again.
Ball with Rosa. Forward, a chance for Kamara. Ali Kamara earns his team a corner.
Definitely good to see him back on the field after he had to exit off in the opening seconds, and now he's created 2 corner kicks for the Owls. Does a good job of just making runs, looks to stretch the offense, and looks to create, which has led to these corner kicks.
Here comes the corner. Far post! And it's wide.
From this angle, it looked like it hit the net of the goal, but it hit the side netting of the goal and went out of bounds. I think that was inches off the mark. Luca Kozmara's corners does a great job of just dropping them right into the 6. And you look there, Marcus Antoine, nicely done to win that header, drives it, and honestly inches away from going in.
Tried to earn back a goal after the deflection caused the last UCF goal.
Honestly, that's been a theme for the Owls, is that they've been all around the goal in their games, but haven't been able to execute. And that's something that Coach Rowland spoke about, is their possession has been there at times, especially looking at that last game versus Penn, but they just haven't been able to finish. And you see it there, and we saw it in the play in the first half that Kyle Hellman had, actually, that Tyler Levine made a save on.
Good pressure here from the Owls. O'Leary sends it back. Now UCF with the pressure.
And that's tough. I mean, defensively, you just want to make sure to stay. There's 38 minutes left. See if you can keep UCF from getting a 4th goal. Last time they played, it was a 4-1 result. And you want to make sure to keep this as tight as you can.
Taken away by the Owls. Looking to counter. Forward. And off his line comes the keeper. Nicely done by Tyler Levine. And the through ball from Ali Kamara.
Nicely timed to step off his line. Ali Kamara had a few options there, streaking, making runs. I think he played the wrong lane on that pass, which was what helped Levine be able to win that cleanly. But I like the idea. I like the options that were there as the Owls were getting forward.
It'll be Temple ball here. Took a bounce with Eigendal. UCF going the other way. Rosa sends it forward, and it's picked up by Agbadem. Here's a scoring summary. Luca Dorado got things started just in the 4th minute. Really quick start for the Knights. Then in the 38th minute, shortly before the half, Gino Vivi with the goal, and Vivi did it again right at the beginning of the second half.
Yeah, and if you look at those chunks of when they scored, it's the first 5 of the game, the last 5 of the first half, and the first 5 of the second half. A lot of goals are scored in those time periods, and UCF was able to catch Temple a little bit off guard and unbalanced and take advantage of their opportunities to start each half.
At this point, Temple fortunate that they're just about 10 minutes into the second half. So far, the furthest from a break that a goal was scored was about 7 minutes before halftime. So if that holds UCF, well, there's a chance there, but a foul called on the Knights.
Alex O'Leary, a player that defensively has done a good job for the Owls of being a very smart player and shielding there for Goodwill Ogbadem to be able to come off his line.
Temple trailing 3-0. Played back to Ogbadem, and walk-on goalkeeper for the Owls. Bourget crosses it. Looking in the middle of the pitch. The extra pass. Bourget. The cross. Still alive. And now cleared by UCF.
What a chance by Temple. The switch. Ooh.
Foul called on Temple.
That is unfortunate. The switch from Mika Bourget across field. You get it back across. Taekwon Stroud finds Bourget again. And I like the decision to try to play that across. Kyle Hellman, again, we saw that in the first half. The ball coming across the face of the goal, and he's just wide, unable to get that in. But it's almost a similar play to what we saw in the first half, Corey.
Yeah, Temple has come close on multiple occasions. Just have to find the back of the net once and then go from there.
I think that's definitely a small goal that you have for this, is to try to get one. Try to see if you can put one away. I mean, the team offensively has struggled throughout the season, so want to try to get a goal here if you can.
There's a chance outside of the box, but last touch off the Owls. Tyler Levine has played well tonight, redshirt freshman from St. Cloud, Florida.
It definitely has, and there have been chances that Temple has created, and Levine has done a good job keeping a clean sheet so far.
Yeah, cool season for him. This is his 8th start. He's allowed 10 goals, made 21 saves before tonight. He's from a suburb just outside of Orlando, not too far from UCF's campus. Knights still going. Nice leg in there. Temple looking to counter. It's a foot race. Out comes Levine, who gets the pass off.
And Levine's been keeping a higher line, which in a situation like that is helpful, because he almost is able to just come out and clean everything up instead of forcing your defenders to now have to turn or retreating back towards their own goal. He's able to just play it higher up. So some opportunities for Temple that Levine has just been in the right spot, reading it well.
Fight. And Temple comes away with it. Stroud. Temple in the box. After defender misses, takes a deflection. And a corner on the way for the Owls.
I have no idea how Taekwon Stroud kept his balance there. The strength, the core strength to be able to slide. He bounces back up, comes away with it, doesn't foul, and is able to find Ali Kamara getting forward, who again sets up another Temple corner kick.
They've had some good chances from these corners. Here's another for the Owls. A little bit short. And a goal kick coming for the Knights.
And Temple has been winning the corners. I think they wanted another corner kick there, calling for the deflection, but they've been winning the corner kicks, just haven't been able to put it away. All around the goal so far on set pieces.
Now entering for South Florida, number 23, Lucas Maro.
Lucas Mauro comes back in for UCF.
Taekwon Stroud continuing to do a good job just breaking things up in the midfield for Temple. Unfortunately, unable to win it cleanly there as UCF does regain possession.
Now right back to Temple. There's O'Leary, freshman from Westchester. Students still out here making some noise at the Temple Sports Complex. Friendock picked up by UCF.
Look at the footwork by Gino Vivi. Hard to defend. That's how you end up picking up a foul. Just trying to slow him down, flicking it to himself, back heels. Just so crafty and technical with the ball at his feet.
Got 28 minutes remaining in regulation. UCF keeps it in play. There's Mauro. Nice takeaway by Bourget. Picked up by the Knights.
Some good hustle there, though. The pressure that Temple was bringing, they're not letting UCF have anything easy. Just continuing to play aggressive, continuing to just defend relentlessly. It's good stuff that you saw there. Just unable to get that higher up the field.
Meanwhile, back on defense was Taekwon Stroud, who has really been all over the place in this game.
He has, coming into the midfield, done a great job of just breaking up possessions and plays aggressive, good 50-50 ball winner, and has been a nice boost in the midfield for them this game, for sure.
In that far corner, won by Temple. Nice flick back.
Good heads up play there by Marcus Antoine. The heel flick in your own 18 to make sure he's not playing towards his own goal. And look at Temple going the other way now.
Chance here for Kamara. Bourget plays it back. Sent across. Bourget. Settled by De Jesus, now Rosa.
So we see opportunities as Temple is getting forward, looking to play some final services into the box or some final passes. The ideas are there. Just UCF has done a great job of anticipating and reading it well to pick it off.
Down the pitch, Bourget with some room. Across and picked up by Levine.
Mika Bourget, that's what he brings on that right flank. Able to get up higher, generates a lot of services, and almost able to find Mike Eichendahl streaking down the middle, but Tyler Levine got to it first.
Foul called against UCF as we take a look at the replay.
Kyle Hellman with a great switch to get this started. Finds Mika Bourget wide open And you look there again, just a matter of a few inches off if you can pull that service back. Mike Eichendahl might get to a first. I don't know, but Tyler Levine has been very heads up of anticipating so far all game to cut that off.
Under 25 minutes remaining. Headed and caught by Levine. Temple appealing, saying that he went out of bounds and it should be a corner, but it's not granted.
Yeah, it looked like he did a good job of keeping the ball in bounds and not allowing it to cross the line. But another set piece that Temple creates that they were able to win, but unfortunately unable to put that one on frame.
Now entering for Temple, number 24, Xavier Rimpel.
Xavier
Number
Rimpel
21,
comes in.
Nigel Griffith. And number 13, Tesho Kobayashi.
And
Now
Nigel
entering
Griffith
for
checks back into this
UCF,
game.
Number 17, number 22, Luca Dorado.
And Dorado back in for UCF. The initial goal scorer tonight and one of the top goal scorers in the country. Both in total, but he might be the top goal scorer when it comes to average per game. As he's now averaging 1 per game. We'll see if some of the other leading goal scorers in the country can keep up. Good pressure here from the Owls. Here's Vivi, who's got a brace tonight, picked up by Temple. And now back with UCF. Great pressure from Temple. It is kept in play, though, by UCF.
Yeah, and I like what I'm hearing. Step up. You've got to close the gap. Every back pass, you've got to step with the ball. Try to squeeze them in higher because you're now going to put pressure on them instead of allowing them to get time to get their head up and play forward like they're doing right now.
Flicked up. And a throw on the way for the Knights.
Josh Chong almost able to keep that one in bounds there. Almost was able to flick it to himself and settle it. Looks like they may have missed the whistle there, so I think it will be a Temple throw.
Looks like a free kick. Foul was called. Now foul called on UCF. So Temple can bring numbers forward.
And Mike Eichendahl slow to get up. You could hear a little bit of the contact there as he was trying to win it out of the air. So walking it off, but we'll keep an eye on that, see if there's any lingering issues there.
So we'll see who takes this. It is Kazumara. And again, Levine able to pick up.
Kazumara does a good job dropping the ball right into some dangerous areas that's, bouncing across the 6.
As we take another look at that set piece.
Yeah, you saw a number of black shirts there. Marcus Antoine, the final one there, pressuring Tyler Levine.
Ball with UCF. VV on a brace. Villalobos. Adu Pepra. Nice little flick back there by DeJesus.
Yeah, you see the creativity of UCF's attack as they're getting forward, some flicks, some crafty, creative no-look passes.
Students still involved here. A little over 19 minutes remaining. Temple trailing 3-0.
That's the thing. I mean, looking at this game, aside from the actual score itself, Temple's still competing, still taking it to UCF and generating some opportunities, getting some set pieces, competing, on both ends of the field. So definitely still playing UCF hard and not playing, neither team playing to the score or anything like that.
Corner on the way, no foul called against the Knights. Here's Lucas Mauro. Far post bounces for Dorado, who's under pressure. And it'll be a throw for UCF.
Good heads-up play there by Luca Dorado, not able to get that back across and just shields out wide. You see the Knights running some time off the clock. Just game management here. Staying in the corner, forcing Temple to have to foul. So very heads-up plays there.
Set piece to be taken either by Rosa or Phoebe. It's Vivi. Punched away. Still with UCF, though. Dorado plays it back.
Nicely done by Goodwill Agbadem to punch that one out, but unfortunately it falls right back to the feet of UCF, who was able to regain possession, and now they're working the ball around.
UCF in control of this game at the moment.
Tyler, what was that? I couldn't hear you, Tyler. What did you just say about my mother?
Chance here for the Knights. There's Rosa. The cross headed by Temple in the box. Mauro. Villalobos.
And that's what's tough. The UCF just works the ball around, getting numbers forward. We just saw a great ball played in by Anderson Rosa. We see their backs getting up the field. You see players like Gino Vivi, who's taking you 1v1 on the dribble. Hard to chase and defend. And leads to the free kick there.
What are you guys talking about?
So free kick here. Mauro and Vivi. Vivi Heads away, so here's Mauro. Headed, and now cleared by Temple.
Every clearance, unfortunately, falling right back to a gray shirt. Temple able to win it back here. Got to see if they can connect as they're doing and get forward.
Out of bounds, though.
That's unfortunate there. Saw numbers at least getting forward up the field. They just have struggled being able to play out of pressure, and that's what we keep talking about that UCF does so well. High pressing to win the ball back, squeeze them into those tight areas, and Temple has struggled at times to figure out a way through that.
Entering the match for Temple, number 18, Amir Cohen, and number
Amir
19,
Cohen comes back
Ali
in
Kamara.
for Temple. The sophomore from Israel, as well as Ali Kamara, sophomore from the Bronx. In the box. The pass from Cohen. Shot deflected. Ping pongs outside of the box.
That's a great ball in, finding Mika Bourget, who took a touch, tried to finish it, and it was blocked. But Temple continues to put some pressure on UCF, and that was a dangerous chance there. They were just unable to finish.
Take another look at it.
Hey, look at the ball movement here. You find Amir Cohen, who just came into the game, gets a great pass across to Bourget. Don't know if Bourget may have been able to finish that first time or needed the touch to try to control it. But UCF with a big block. And now they're on the attack.
Under 13 minutes remaining. Throw on the way for the Owls. Just a little too high on that ball.
That's what Coach Rowland was speaking about. The execution. I mean, on the other side, you're seeing UCF has been able to execute, put the ball away in their 3 opportunities that they had. You know, as we started off with that great finish by Luca Dorado. Temple's created chances and been in the attacking third, but haven't been able to finish the play through on that final pass, final shot, final cross. That's been the difference for a number of their games, and tonight is the same.
3 goals for UCF. 1 early in the first half, 1 late in the first half, 1 early in the second half.
Now entering for UCF, number 12, Ariel Hader.
For UCF, Ariel Hadar comes in, sophomore from Israel.
And it's very hard to score, and it gets even harder as you're not getting the results you want. You know, Temple has scored 10 goals on the season coming into tonight, and then to drop games as well. You know, a hard-fought game versus Penn, a hard-fought game versus Tulsa. That's tough mentally.
And picked up by Ogbedem. I checked. Amir Cohen from Temple and Ariel Hadar from UCF from about 20 minutes away from each other on the other side of the world. And here they meet in Philadelphia.
Ah, look at that.
Yeah, both from the Tel Aviv area in Israel.
That's always a great thing when you see across the rosters, you know, the different countries and parts of the world that each player is representing. Brazil, Costa Rica. You've got all around the United States, but even internationally. So that is an interesting
Yeah,
note there.
few players for UCF from the same towns. Arcangeli, as this is sent into the box. Temple wants a foul call. They do not get it. There are a couple players from Brazil, from Sao Paulo, both Gino Vivi and Mauricio Villalobos, both from San Jose, Costa Rica, as well as Andres Hernandez. Mentioned the two Israeli players on different teams, but from just about 20 minutes away from each other. And then a handful of Canadians on the Temple roster, largely from Ontario, the Toronto area.
Variety of places around the world, well represented on the field tonight.
It is the world's game.
It absolutely is. With just 9 minutes left, you know, you're seeing some back and forth. I know the officials having a conversation now with Nigel Griffith. Want to just close this game out for both teams the right way. Playing hard, playing good soccer, and finishing it all the way through. Nicely done by Amir Cohen, able to stick a foot in, break that up, and help Temple regain possession.
Here he is back on the ball, Amir Cohen. No relation to me. Nice cut in by Bourget. Cohen. Cohen with the shot, and it's wide.
Mika Bourget and Amir Cohen have connected on a few opportunities now down that right side. And this time it was Bourget finding Cohen for the shot. Rolls reversed with the cut and able to pull the trigger there, but a little wide on the shot. You see a little frustration as he missed that one. But as I said before, this Temple team continues to create opportunities, just haven't been able to break through.
Under 8 minutes remaining in regulation. Back with Levine. UCF controlling things. If they hold on to this lead and secure the win, they'll move to 8-4 overall, 6-1 in the conference. Here's a run down the right from Villalobos. Dorado. The little flick back, and it's a fourth goal. No, the offside flag is up.
Had a feeling he seemed a little bit too open from this angle. Definitely seemed like an offsides play there. But hey, there have been a lot of flicks tonight leading to some opportunities for UCF. The back flick there, no good for the goal as they were called offsides. But I was also going to mention, as we're getting to this last 6 minutes, got to see if Temple can hold strong. They've given up goals in the early and late stretches of each half so far.
So we'll take another look at this. Dorado was involved in the flick coming from Hadar.
Temple just got caught a little bit flat here, but fortunately, as everybody stepped to pressure, you see definitely an offsides there. But it was a close one, that's for sure.
I think Amir Cohen's getting a chant from the students here. Ariel Hadar plays it to Vivi.
Vivi wants a third goal. You see him demanding the ball back after he played that ball out wide, streaking down the middle, calling for it back, wanting a hat trick.
You can't blame him. He leads the conference in shots, but entering tonight only had 2 goals on the season. All of a sudden now he's at 4. Kamara loses it. Fans here want to see 1 goal from the Owls. Foul called there, though.
Yeah, and the official already had a time before he was speaking to Nigel Griffin. I'm assuming we'll probably get a talking to and possibly a card here as well.
And maybe just a talking to. Take a look at the upcoming schedule. First for UCF, they've got a big rivalry match with USF on October 27th. That is next Wednesday. And then SMU on October 31st. Both of those games at home in Orlando.
Yeah, and this part of the season for the conference play, definitely a very close race as 4 teams looking to get a playoff spot. Unfortunately for Temple, dropping this one, and they're nearly eliminated depending on how the rest of the conference does this weekend. But everybody's playing for something, playing for, a number 1 seed, playing for a home game, playing for something here as they close out the regular season.
Run forward, taken down. Kobayashi looks hurt, and the clock has stopped at 3:36. Yep, that's definitely a foul.
You did see the awkward landing, too, even for Kesho Kobayashi as he was falling.
So, card given to Lucas Mauro, sophomore from Brazil. Sent forward. Oh, it's just too high. Temple coming so close to getting that 1 goal.
Wow, that was another great chance off a set piece. I like the quick ball in by Mika Bourget off of Kozumara's pass, and Alex O'Leary, who has found himself at the end of a number of set pieces today, unable to get that one on frame. I think you put that on frame, it's a goal. But that's been on the unfortunate part for Temple. They've been all around the goal, but haven't been able to get these shots to drop.
A little over 3 minutes remaining. Forward. Flag stays down. Shot deflected.
Great block there again. As we're getting into the final minutes, it's still just as back and forth by both of these teams.
Upcoming for Temple and their schedule. Next up, they're on the road at Memphis. Then they'll be back home for senior night, the regular season finale on Halloween at 7 p.m. No word yet if the players will be dressed up in costumes.
They're going to be dressed as soccer players, of course.
Yeah.
Temple Owls. Just crazy to think we're already getting into senior nights, Halloween, the end of the fall season, and nearing conference tournament play.
Yeah, it really has flown by. Temple, assuming these 2 minutes pass and they don't score at least 3 goals, they'll fall to 2-9-2. Most importantly, 0-7 in the American. And extremely unlikely to make the postseason.
Yeah, this is a big game for them to keep their postseason ambitions alive. And unfortunate to give up an early goal and be playing catch up the rest of the game, but they've created a lot of opportunities, and got to give them give them credit for the fact that they have continued to play aggressive and high energy throughout this game despite the score.
So a minute left.
1 minute remaining.
And UCF just playing against the clock at this point.
And this late, you don't want to see any whistles. Just finish out the game. No fouls. I know Temple's still trying to get one to close this out as we get a stoppage here. .30 seconds left, 37 seconds left, and Temple trying to get one last opportunity off this set piece.
Sent into the box, caught by Levine. He's had a really nice evening.
Still trying to rush Levine as the game is winding down.
So final 12 seconds, and UCF will walk away with a victory.
7, 6,
And Temple will remain winless in the American Athletic Conference.
1.
And there is the final whistle. UCF defeats Temple 3-0 here in Philadelphia. Tough night for the Owls. A big night for UCF, as we'll take a look at the game summary.
Our final score.
Yeah, the Knights get their second shutout of the year as they are now sitting in the driver's seat and taking a look at the goals there. I mean, it started early and often. Dorado gets the goal 4 minutes in, and then Gino Vivi, as you mentioned, with a brace, able to close out the first half of the goal, and another great finish early on in the second half.
Absolutely. So that will do it for this match. Again, UCF gets the 3-0 victory over Temple on a tough evening for the Owls, a big evening for the Knights. We want to thank you all so much for joining us in this one. For our entire crew, led by producer Russ Troller, my partner Renee Washington, I'm Corey Cohen, signing off from Philadelphia.